go. Let's go. Today we're going to talk about the objections, the reasons that you actually think are stopping you, or the impediments from not that cause you not to create a business based on AI. The reasons that makes you think that you are not able to do that, right? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, so let's get started. Let us get started and welcome everybody. Welcome to today. This is live session. Welcome to today's live session. All right. Welcome to today's live session. So you might be seated there and wondering, like, hey, they are talking about AI. We have been talking about AI a lot, and you're asking yourself a question like, how do I get started? I think I'm not able to start because of one or two reasons. So that is where we are right now, and we're gonna help you to make you see that you can actually start right now. So you might say, I do not have tech skills. I don't have tech skills. That's what a lot of people will actually say. I do not have tech skills. I cannot write code, and therefore I cannot start this business. I cannot start a business using AI because practically I'm not a software engineer. I'm not a coder, things like that. Okay. That's what a lot of people might want to tell you. But my friends, nobody is asking you to write code here. The era of learning Python, learning code, learning Java to build a business, that era is over. We are using something very simple, something very easy. Like we're now using visual builders, for example, like Mac.com, N8N, and there are a lot of vibe coding tools out there that you can actually use. So if you can drag and box on a screen and connect one box to another, you can actually build an AI automation business. For example, the software speaks English now. It does not speak code. It actually speaks your native language. It speaks your English language. If you can read and write, you can actually build a business. You can actually start an AI automation agent. Your ability to think logically is more important than your ability to code at this point in time. So that's exactly what is more important right now, more than just writing code. You just don't need to write code. You need to be able to just think logically. You need to be able to actually say, hey, you know what? This is what we are doing. Okay. So that is the most important part of what we are doing here. Um, you don't need to write code right now. Okay, you need to be able to connect some simple stuff. You need to be able to connect some simple stuff, and that's what we are doing at this point. That's what we're trying to teach you right now. So you might also be there and say, okay, I understand that part. I don't need to write code, but you know what? I don't have money. I don't have money to actually get started. How do I get started if I don't have money? So I just want to be clear with you here. You don't need $500 per month software budget to get started. Okay. You need to start with free tiers. For example, Cloud has got a free tier that you can actually use. ChatGPT has a free tier that you can also use. So you can set up your first N8 and workflow for practically nothing, because you will also start with a free trial for N8N or your Mac.com. You don't need to buy the whole stack day one. You need to use the free tools to land your first client, and then if you can land that first client. If that client can pay, you use the client's money to pay for the premium tools, right? So you will be funding your business. You're funding your machine with your client's money, and that's exactly how it should be. It should be doing, right? So yes, let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's move and let's see how this is gonna work out, right? Let me go on number three, stumbling block number three. That's a lot of people will tell you that I've been hearing from many people, right? And this is to do with time. People will tell you, you know what, I'm working 9 to 5. How am I going to be able to do all this thing? I'm actually too busy to do this. I have no time, right? I do not have time to do this. But again, let me tell you, this is exactly where AI is very useful. If you have extra 40 hours, extra 20 hours a week, I'll tell you, you can actually work on this thing. right? We are using automation because we lack time. You spend 3 hours on a Sunday building the content pipeline, and the machine works for you Monday through Friday while you are at your 9 to 5, while you're doing your normal job. So AI does not sleep. It doesn't need a coffee break. It doesn't feel some X. It does not complain. It will not commute. It just works. It is there for you to work. Your job is to find that weekend, those 4 hours during a weekend where you put everything together, and then after that, you now start to reap the rewards as the AI will be working for you. Another objection, people will say, you know what, I don't want to be in front of a camera. Yes, that's okay. If you don't want to be in front of a camera, it's easy these days. Like I said yesterday, you can do this uh, faceless. All right, you can actually go and create content using a faceless channel. You don't have to put your face on camera. There is what is called quiet success model these days, which is thriving right now. And I showed that yesterday. You can actually use cinematic platforms like Mid Journey. You can use a lot of other, Hey Jane. You can use other models that will create high fidelity video avatars, and you can build a six-figure digital asset without even putting your face on camera or people knowing who you are. You just need to sell the results, not necessarily your face. Okay, so you can do this even when you are shy, when you don't want to put your camera on the face. Okay, the other reason why people wouldn't want to start again is they will say, I think the market is saturated. I think the market is actually saturated. But the truth of the matter again, is the market, yes, it's saturated, but it is saturated with lazy people who are always copying and pasting robotic chat GPT or cloud chat GPT text. The market is looking for something different, right? The market for highly specific automated solutions is completely empty right now. You just need to go and find a local real estate agent who is not posting videos in the past 6 months because they are overwhelmed or they don't know how to do that. That is the market. The market is not saturated with problem solvers, it is saturated with noise. So you become the person who brings the solution. And that's exactly what you are supposed to be thinking of, you are supposed to be doing as we are moving forward. Okay, so if you're in the chat and you're still there, just type something. Type I'm following, type I'm here, type something in the chat so that I can just actually see and know that you are actually here. All right, type something in the chat and I'll see that you are actually here. All right, type something in the chat, type something in the chat, type something in the chat, then I'll see that you're actually here. Yes, let's go forward. Now I want to show you how to make your first dollar, first two to your first dollar. Okay, what is the beginner's path? If you're starting from scratch, what should you be doing? Okay, so if you're starting from scratch, this is your path. Okay, this is your path, the beginner's path. How do I get started? That's what you're asking, right? How do I get started? So I will call that the beginner's path. Okay, how do I get started? Very good question, and I have got the answers for you. The first thing that you need to do is just stop the shiny object syndrome. Stop this shiny object syndrome. Do not be boggled by, oh my God, there's a new tool. Oh my God, yesterday there was another one. Oh, there's a new tool. They released something new. Do not do that. Beginners always fail because they try to learn 50 AI tools at once. Stop doing that. Today, I want you to pick one core tool. Just master something like Cloud, Cloud 3.5 Sonnet. For writing, learn exactly how to prompt it to sound like a human. That one skill alone is enough to start making money. So you will start then to aid the automated workflows later. But right now, pick one to understand it. For example, just pick Cloud 3.5. Understand how to use it for writing, understand how to prompt it. That is enough for you. Okay. Once you do that, choose one specific problem to solve. Okay. Choose one specific problem to solve. Do not just, do all these other things and all these other. No, pick one specific problem, just one specific problem that you actually want to solve. And that's exactly how it works. So do not call yourself, I'm an AI consultant, because nobody knows what that means. Small businesses are not paying for AI. They do not want to buy AI. They want to buy time. They want to buy or pay for customers. Just go out, tell a local dentist, I will produce 30 days of high quality SEO optimized social media content for you. fully scheduled. You are solving the exact problem, keeping them up at night. That is the problem that they have right now, the problem of visibility. How am I going to remain visible? That's exactly what they are worried about. So, what you do is very simple. Just go out there, speak with those people, and offer them to solve their SEO problem, solve their video production problem, solve their visibility problem. Just pick one specific problem and then try to solve it. Right. So at the end of the day, that's what you need to do. Okay. So step number 3, just learn how to get your first dollar. How do we get the first dollar? Right? You remove all the risk. You reach out to that local business and say, hey, give me a topic. I'll build your next 7 days of content for free. Right? And then you take that topic, you run it through your automated pipeline, and you hand them a week's worth of premium content an hour later, all for free. Their mind will be blown out. When they ask how you did it so fast, you tell them, I have a system. Let's talk about a monthly retainer. And that's how you get these first customers. So don't ask them to pay at first. Ask them to do work for free. Okay. Ask them to do work for free first. And that's how it will help you. That's how it will work out for you. Okay. So now, once you do that, lock the retainer and automate the fulfillment. Okay. You now need to automate the fulfillment. And that's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it works. You start doing something for free. After doing it for free, you show them, you tell them, I've got a system. And then now you discuss with them about having a meeting. And that's how you lock them in um, as a customer. So now you agree to do work for free. The next thing is, once they agree to pay you $1,000 a month, oops, congratulations, you got your first dollar. Now do not create another 9 to 5 job for yourself. You plug the onboarding right into Make.com or N88. The system automatically creates their Google Drive folders, automatically generates their weekly scripts, and sends them to you for review. You just become a one-person agent with the output of a 10% team. And that's exactly how that works. Once you have done that, step number 5 is you need now to scale the knowledge, right? Create a village. That is the next important thing. So now you scale the knowledge, you create a village. And how do you do that? Once you have successfully done this for one client, you have a case study. Now you take that result and you bring it to the community. You invite people into a group and you teach them how you landed that 1,000 client. This is how you stack your active agents income without recurring community income. And that's exactly how it works. You also teach other people how to do the things that you've been doing. And as you continue doing that, now you will start to have um, a business. So basically, I've just taken you from from how the mindset of, oh my God, I'm not able, I don't have tech skills, I don't have money, I don't have this, to where you actually land your first customer and where you can execute and how you will teach other people to do the things that you are doing. Exactly, just that same way. That's how you start a business using AI. And these are the exact steps that you need to do. Okay. So thank you so much for attending today's live. I'll see you tomorrow again, same time, and I'll see you on Monday and Tuesday, the next days, doing these live sessions. Thank you so very much for being around. Thank you so much. I'll be seeing you in the next live stream.